Believe it or not, the key to Facebook is not what you put out there. Here's how you do it. This is how you generate the most business and the best results. So we have to start doing a lot of personal posts, right? And let me explain to you why, okay? And I know some of you know this, just bear with me. Facebook has an algorithm, okay? And Facebook's algorithm, kind of like Google's algorithm or any search engine, it does change over time. But the one thing that has never changed about Facebook's algorithm since they initially changed it, it happened, I don't know if this was 10 years ago. It's whenever they started letting us get to a maximum of 5,000 friends. Once they let people go to 5,000 friends, I can't even remember what we were at before, but they let people get 5,000 friends. Now, all of a sudden, it created this huge problem because you cannot see all your friends' posts, right? Because you have 5,000 of them. So they could all be posting. So then Facebook has to decide which of these posts do I show Joseph first? Like, how do we prioritize this? You know, so Facebook had a general quandary here, and it was a genuine one. Like, it was, I don't know which posts to put up in front of Joseph first. So our algorithm is going to help us determine what Joseph wants, right? So how does Facebook determine what Joseph wants? Well, they decided we're going to determine based on Joseph's activity. If Joseph interacts with a lot of posts on Facebook, Facebook is going to comprehend that to mean that Joseph likes the posts that this user, this other person, or this friend on Facebook is putting out there. So if Facebook likes their post, if Joseph likes their post, if Joseph comments on their post, if Joseph hearts their post or anything like that, Facebook's going to say, you know what, Joseph likes that person's post, so let's show more of that person's posts to Joseph. If Joseph scrolls through a post in his newsfeed and doesn't interact with it, there is a chance that after enough of that activity, Facebook's going to stop showing posts from that person to Joseph. Does that make sense? Okay, so because of that, this is why your personal page on Facebook is so much more important than your business page. Because no one likes your business page posts. Have you noticed that? No one likes them. I don't like them. You don't even like them. Like, go look at your business page and look at the posts. You'll see you might have 1 or 2 likes on each one because they're freaking advertisements. People aren't going to say, yay, thumbs up, I want to see more advertisements. No one wants to see the commercials, so they let those go. They just generally don't like them either. Like, no one wants to see an open house ad, so they let those go. And that's usually what comes out of your business page, which is why no one looks at your business page. So if you ever want to communicate with people, you actually have to find a way to jimmy the personal page algorithm, which is what top social media experts know how to do. When posting, we have to adhere to the ratio. So if you do want to post an open house post, understand you're going to burn up a lot of Facebook street cred. If you put that on your personal page, which I want you to, no one's going to like it. Your mom might, your girlfriend might, I don't know, a couple people might, but everybody else is going to ignore it, which means Facebook is going to be like, whoa, none of these people want to see Joseph's posts anymore. So you're going to burn through some street credibility there. How do you get street credibility? How do you build it back up after you burn it with a post? Joseph, you have some freaking babies. That's what you do. You go making babies. Because if you have a baby and you take a photo of the baby and you put that photo on Facebook, you're going to get 400 likes because everyone likes a freaking baby. You see what I'm saying? Now you get 400 likes. Facebook's happy again and says, let's start showing Joseph's post to people. So it's open house, baby, open house, baby. Now, I'm kind of joking. I hope you all get that right. But we have a ratio, and at minimum, it's 4 personal posts, like baby posts, your wife posts. Hey, I love my wife. Happy anniversary to her posts. Hey, this is our family photo post. All of those things generate so much interaction for people. Everyone loves that stuff. They do. If you say, happy anniversary to my beautiful wife, it's been 10 glorious years, you will rack up hundreds of likes. And then you just follow that up with a new listing or a Facebook Live post of you talking in your new open house. And you'll burn some cred. So then we got to actually, hey, here's a photo of my kid. He got his first hit in his Little League baseball game. That's why we have kids, Joseph. We make babies and raise children for Facebook algorithms.
I'll let my girlfriend know that's the plan.
There you go. It's a business-minded young man. I like that. It's honest. It's transparent.
For the business. It's for the business.
Yeah, that's right. Tell her if she could get some kids, you could rent a kid for the weekend, stuff like that. Creative. You get what I'm saying though, right?
Now it's 4-1?
4-1, right. So that's the problem. And that's where Facebook gets like, everybody's like, oh my God, I hate Facebook. I cannot stand Facebook. The irony here, and I don't think he even remembers it, okay? Because one of my oldest friends in business is right below me on my holiday squares. It's Albert. So Albert, is not a very big Facebook guy, right? And I'm always on him about it, but I can't really make him do it.
I am a Facebook failure. I am.
Here's the deal. In 2009, Albert told me I needed to be on. And he doesn't remember that. In 2009, you were all...
I think that might be true.
Yeah, you were all big on Facebook back then. And then like Google Plus started and you jumped into Google Plus. I'll never forget it. That burned. Making
right decisions every time.
Yeah.
I know where the world's going. I just go right there.
Yeah. So don't follow him on social media channels. But yeah, it was actually you that told me to do it. And I was like, oh man, I hate it. But it worked, man. I mean, it did it and it served its purpose. But then I started to learn shortly after that, when Google changed its algorithm and started letting people have 5,000 friends, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm always trying to find personal posts, but I'm not a public person, believe it or not. My public persona is extremely vanilla. I don't want you to know anything about me, right? I just don't. Like, so you can see photos of my family, but you're not going to know any of my deep, serious thoughts. You're not going to know my religious perspectives. You're not going to know my political perspectives. You're not going to know anything that's private to me. And I have a lot that's private to me, but I'll put things like happy birthday to my mother. Congratulations on turning, 70 or something. I'll do that. And then I put my mom up there, bam, everyone loves me because I love my mom and I love my mom, and the likes and hearts and all this crazy stuff happens. So I'll do that. I mean, that doesn't bother me or scare me. I don't think that that's private. So I'm looking for vanilla stuff that doesn't throw me in the public arena too hard. And that's the art is to try to trick the algorithm, because the more personal posts you can post and find that generate interactions, the more business stuff you can sneak in, right? Because it's 4-1. So if over the course of the year, I can find, 80 vanilla posts, that's 1.5 personal posts a week. That's 20 business posts throughout the year. That's every other week I can do a business post. That's not bad. I mean, you can do better than that, but that's not bad. That means every other week, just about, not quite, but every other week, I can post something to remind people I'm in real estate. And I would diversify how I do that too. Really take advantage of that. Facebook Lives are probably the most popular. Those are probably the best. I know they're not fun for people. I know it's tough to see yourself on video and you don't know what to say, but they get the most interactions and the most views because they sit there for freaking 2 days after you post it. Just kind of hangs there and you can see the number of views. It's huge. Video gets a lot. Facebook Live the most, because Facebook wants Facebook Live to take off. So they make it take off. They show it to a lot of people. So that's the thing right now, right? So and same with stories. They want stories to take off. So putting, again, stories can be videos and lots of other things. So because of that, posting stories will get you hundreds of views almost every single time. They sit there at the top of people's screens for 24 hours. So you can actually, and the thing is, it's 4-to-1 with your posting, and that's posting on your timeline and everyone else's newsfeed by that action. But you can also post the same thing up in the story at the exact same time. And that's fine. That's not going to bother anybody because they're seen in 2 different places. Make sense? You can also go over to Instagram and do the exact same thing because Facebook, as we know, owns Instagram. They both have stories now. So you can actually do the exact same thing over on Instagram. And that's not going to offend anybody either. It's real common to go both places there. That's not going to bother anyone. Make sense?
Yep.
But again, no one wants to follow your Instagram. Instagram doesn't have an algorithm, by the way. So Instagram shows every post from every one of your followers to everyone.
Yeah.
But people are going to start not wanting to follow you if all you're doing is vomiting out real estate crap.
Yeah.
They want to know you, Joseph. They want to know your family. They want a relationship. That's why people are there. So you're going to have to be subtle and give them a relationship to get people to pay attention to your real estate.
So like similar model, just not at the will of the algorithm or just the will of the followers.
Correct. That's correct. So you're going to have to find personal posts and try to keep it vanilla if you want to stay private. I'm a real private person, but I'm on social media, and that's a sacrifice I got to make. I have to be artful about it. You know, you got your own thing. If you're real funny, be funny. You know, I'm not. So I'm not funny on social media. I go on vacations. It's like a gold mine for me because then I can post a few cool things that are totally vanilla and save them and stagger them over the next 2 or 3 weeks, you know, but I'm always looking for something. My wife sells a lot of real estate and she's very active. She posts almost daily. So I feel like when I'm with her, I'm a walking, talking prop. Like she's always trying to find the next personal post. You know what I'm saying? And not give away, not sell out our kids too much, things like that. So it's if it were super easy, everyone would do it. But the key is you got to find a way you're comfortable with. And also remember, you will get comfortable with it and you will start to build relationships.
That makes sense.
You will start because it's amazing. I mean, I saw somebody the other day. I've moved to like different cities. I've been all around and I'm back in my hometown and I bump into someone and I haven't seen this guy since high school. I mean, that's like 6 years ago for me. Just kidding. That was a long time ago for me, right? And the guy knew every place I'd been. It was weird. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I saw you over there. And weren't you over there? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, it's cool, man. And I didn't even recognize him because he doesn't post anything on Facebook, but he totally knew who I was. And he felt like we just picked up where we left off because we kept our relationship going. And believe it or not, that's what social media does. I mean, you're seeing that like with my mom, just got on Facebook a couple of years ago and she's reconnecting with all her friends from like a gazillion years ago. It's her happiest social, especially with like pandemics and stuff. Like she's increased her social outlets during the pandemic because it just so happens to coincide with her getting a profile on Facebook. So it's real positive.
Yeah, that's cool.
You see what I'm saying? So try to look at it that way. It will help you build deeper relationships. And that's what you're trying to do with the sphere of influence, right? That's everything we teach is you're supposed to build this book of business of people you know and stay in systematic contact with them over the course of a year to stay first of mind with them. So they use you if they want to buy or sell real estate, or they refer your services to somebody else that they know that wants to buy or sell real estate, even if you don't happen to know that other person, right? So the whole point of the matter is you stay first of mind, and every now and then, every 4th or 5th post, remind them you're in real estate. So they do refer you, right? So we're staying in, and we know that's how we build a referral-based business. That's what all the top agents and top teams do, is they build a book of business because quite frankly, you cannot go chasing after business from people you don't know, or buying business from people you don't know, or prospecting for business from people you don't know forever. You will burn out on that. No one keeps that up. I don't know anyone that can do that for more than 10 years. Sooner or later, hopefully they've met enough people and generated and prospected for enough business where they actually got a ton of past clients. And those past clients are calling them and referring their services to them. And it gets hard. That's what you want, right? People to call you and say, come list my home.
Yep. So
why would we avoid that? Right? Let's build that. Let's build that book of business so business does come to you down the road. And social media is never been easier because it's free, it's fast, it doesn't take much work,
Everyone uses it.
Everyone uses it. It's really opened up. You just got to have a good mindset. You got to be positive about it. It's just phenomenal how easy it is. So what I've done is I've told you a lot about how to post, right? And I've told you about the ratio. I've told you about the difference between a personal page and a business page. That personal page is very valuable. The business page really only has one use. I mean, you can do some things out of it, like, you can run advertisements out of it. We'll talk about that. I want to stay on the personal stuff right now. But, you can run ads off it. That's got that use. You can boost posts off it. You can retarget ads off it. So when you're spending money, those all cost money. We can do things with it off a business page. From an organic standpoint, the business page really only has one use, okay? When people check you out. But that means people have to already know who you are. And so that's when people check you out. So if I want to know who Joseph is, where do I go? I don't usually go on the internet anymore. When people want to check out a person,
go to Facebook.
They go Facebook. So that's now your website on a local standpoint.
Yeah.
So on a local standpoint, I'm going to check you out on Facebook because I can go through and look at all your old photos, right? I can see if you got a bunch of photos with you in red Solo cups and a bunch of girls and, how crazy are you? So if that's there, get rid of that crap because now you're not professional. If someone can see stuff when they go check you out on your personal page that's not professional, get rid of it. You need to be vanilla there. Vanilla, not chocolate, not raspberry, vanilla, right? So if you're super liberal there, understand 50% of the country is super conservative. You're not vanilla anymore. You've just taken half of your target market and alienated them. Stay vanilla. If you're all crazy about how important it is to be Catholic, remember, not everyone's Catholic. Stay vanilla. You don't need to wow people. Just stay vanilla. Make sense? Now, I'm not suppressing your freedom of religion.
Oh, yeah.
You can do whatever the heck you want. I'm just a coach. I'm going to tell you what gets you the most business. Make sense? I'm not saying you can't do any of these things. You can be you all day long. You just may not sell a lot of real estate. So go crazy. But you know what I mean? And you'll get a few people that are big fans. You get a whole lot that are turned off.
Yep.
Right? So more importantly, though, as it relates to your business page, they will go look at your personal page. And then down below that, it's going to say, where do you work? You need to put there, you work at your business page. You work at your own business page. Okay? Because then they can click on where you work and go to your business page. Because that's what they want to do. You don't work at your brokerage because now you've lost them. They've gone to your brokerage. There's lots of other agents in your brokerage.
Yep.
Why do you want them to go to the brokerage? There's nothing about you on the brokerage Facebook page. So don't send them there. Keep them in your spider web. Send them to your personal business page, right? Then they're going to look at your personal business page and hopefully you have a lot of things there you want them to see, like how awesome you are, like the fact you just listed a property, maybe some nice images to show that you know how to market property. Anything that, maybe you're dressed well over there. I don't know. Things that show that you're successful, that you're professional, and that you could handle them as a client. That's it. It's a website. It's a static website, which means they got to know to go to your website. They're not going to find your website. People don't go on Google looking for your freaking website. That happened a long time ago.
Yep.
Now they're going to go to Facebook. They're going to check you out. And then they're going to see that you work someplace and click on that and it's got to look good. That's the use of your business page. It needs to look good. The posts that you put out on your business page organically without paying for anything are just going to go nowhere. Why are they going to go nowhere? Why is no one going to see them? Because no one likes your business page posts. So the algorithm's not going to get tricked. So no one's going to see them. So don't get all bummed out. No one's liking your business page posts. If you want people to see your business page posts, just pay some money and boost them or retarget them as ads or whatever you want to do. Then people will see them. But you can't force people to like your commercials. You can trick the personal page algorithm though, and that works very well.
Sweet.
That works really well. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So that is our now. So now the other thing I just want to touch on really quickly. Instagram had stories. Facebook now has stories. These are at the top of the page. Same deal there. If you can get people to watch your stories, you notice, across the top of the page or the top of your phone screen or whatever, there's only like 4 or 5 stories up there.
Yeah. Shows all like your most watched.
Right.
Yeah.
And those are the people that you watch the most. Those are your most watched. Yeah. Right. So let me ask you, would you prefer to watch a lot of cool stuff about someone's personal life or all their open house ads?
The personal life.
Right. You want the dirt. You want to see them in bikinis. You want to see their kids growing up. You want to see them, at home. You want to know their family. You want to know all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that humans have been deemed to like on social media.
Yep.
Well, trust me, those at the top, those are the ones you're going to watch the most. Those are the ones that everyone watches the most. Very rarely do they click the button that says see more at the far right so they can see more stories and then scroll down there to find other stories. I mean, that's just a lot of work. No one really does that. I think I've done that once or twice in my entire life.
I don't think I've ever
typically
clicked on that.
see the same people's stories over and over again because there's stories with content I want to see.
I usually watch the first 3 and then I start scrolling.
That's correct.
Yep.
And that's what everybody else. So understand there is an algorithm that's very similar for those too. So if you're posting things in your stories, make sure to mix in the business with the same ratio. Yep. Remember, in a story, you can do a post, video, post. You can mix in videos. Make sure it's about 4-to-1. Personal. Oh yeah, just listed personal. So you're reminding them. So because you might have like 3 or 4 segments in a story, you might have 30 segments in a story, whatever. Just make sure there's a ratio in there. Mix them in the same way so people keep watching your stories. When they keep watching your stories, you'll stay at the top. And the rich get richer because you stay there. So follow that ratio. Facebook loves it. They use it in their stories the same way in the posts down below. Do both. But I'm telling you, the name of the game on social media is to find more personal posts. Posts, when I say personal, I mean non-business. They don't have to be personal to you, but posts that are cool, that are hopefully about you or your family or about people or about things or places that people interact with. And you'll start to see if they like it, if they interact with it, that means they like it. If they don't do anything, look for new content. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
All
so
right.
that's the idea there. Now, what I have told you is how to post on Facebook, how to project. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's very traditional marketing. There's a lot of traditional marketing concepts in there. But believe it or not, the key to Facebook is not what you put out there. And this is a lot of you guys that are too private for all this. Like you just don't want to post this much out there. This abhors you. This is like, there's no way I'm doing any of this stuff. Listen to this next part, because you can at least do this. You can listen. Okay. You can listen. It's not just about posting. Sometimes and oftentimes the better social media ninjas are good listeners. Okay. So be a good social media listener. Okay. And here's how you do it. This is how you generate the most business and the best results. When you are on social media, think about it. Has anybody noticed how they built a relationship or reignited a relationship on social media? Where you started posting some things and then someone liked your post that you haven't talked to in like 10 years. And it's like, and you're like, oh man, that's cool. I haven't seen them in a while. It's like, okay. And then you might even like return the favor because you want to like show that things are, this gets weird, I know, but it happens all the time. So you might like their post. You notice that? You kind of like their post. Now you start seeing their posts in your newsfeed because you've liked their post.
Yeah. And then eventually you'll get like a comment and you comment back. And
oh yeah, we're
DM.
building. Huh? We're building. And yeah, and all of a sudden they start seeing more of your posts. You start seeing more of theirs because you're both kind of liking each other's stuff publicly. I'm publicly attesting to the world that I like your stuff. That's what I'm doing, right?
Yep.
I'm telling everybody I support Joseph and I like his stuff. So now Joseph looks better because he's got one more little like under his name. I'm just telling you, I don't make the rules. Don't hit the player, hate the game. But it is what it is, right? So that actually starts to form a very tight bond because we're not just saying nice things to each other. We're saying it publicly to the world and we're standing up behind each other saying we like each other's stuff, man. What are you guys going to do about it? Check it out. That builds a strong relationship, man. Do you realize that builds a stronger relationship than any mailer that you could send to an SOI member?
Oh yeah.
Than any email? Even
it
any
being
phone call.
so public. It's so nice.
So public. It's a big deal when I like your stuff. So when I say listen, think about that. What if you did something wonderful for the world today? What if when we hung up, you went over to Facebook, like we get off this, we're done with this today, and you guys go to Facebook. Don't do it right now because that's freaking rude. And you go to Facebook, you just start scrolling down your timeline, and you ignore all the realtors' posts. Like stop liking your realtor friends' posts. Stop doing that. We don't need you to like your realtor friends, because you're just going to keep seeing your realtor friends' posts. I want members of your SOI that know you and you know who they are, that might buy or sell homes or refer clients to you, whose posts you're not seeing right now, to start coming up. Okay. And I want you to start liking their posts. And I want you to go like, heart, like, happy face, like, heart. Wow, great photo. Like, outstanding. Like, congratulations. Like, happy birthday. Heart, happy anniversary. Wow, I can't believe how fast they grow. Like, heart. I want you to spread freaking happy pixie dust every single day for 15 minutes. Okay? Every day, I want you to build relationships. It's 15 minutes. It costs you no money, and it has much more impact than any contact you can make on your SOI. And all you got to do is get in and out of Facebook like a freaking ninja. Don't stay in there. Don't waste time in there. Don't start like creeping on ex-girlfriends' photos from high school. Like, get out. Don't waste time. Get in and get out and get your job done. And what you do when you're in there is you do the 10-10-5. Okay? Everyone that coaches with Icenhower Coaching and Consulting has 15 minutes of their day where they do the 10-10-5. The first 10 is you just do 10 likes or emojis. Good emojis, no negative emojis. Okay, so 10 likes, hearts, whatever. Happy faces. Then you're going to do 10 comments. And those comments do not need to be big. Typically, they're one word with an exclamation point that's happy. Wow, exclamation point. Great photo, exclamation. Outstanding, exclamation point. Amazing, exclamation point. Lame, lame, lame. Trust me, you may think it's lame, but wait till someone does that to you. You're like, freaking, I love that person. Seriously, think about it. When someone does that to you, you freaking love them. Don't you? Yeah, no one's lying. I mean, when someone does that, it's like, yeah, that's cool. They actually they liked and commented publicly. Do that all day long. Watch what happens. It's simple. And then because that's your 10-10, now you're 5. Your 5, this is the hardest part. You got to do 5 shares or direct messages, DMs. So a share is when you share someone else's post. Okay, that's the ultimate. It's hard though to find a post to share. Typically, you're going to find someone in your SOI that also has a business and share their post to say, hey, this is my buddy. He owns pita kebab restaurant. Man, this place is the best. They have the best Greek chicken salad. You do that, this dude will send you business. Think about it. What happens if someone you know randomly shares your just listed post? Hey, this is my buddy Joseph. Just want to let you know if you're buying or selling real estate, this guy is huge, man. You guys should use him. Honestly, he'd be your favorite person in your whole SOI if you did that.
Oh, yeah.
Just know that can be returned if you give. They'll give you clients if you give like that. We're supposed to be the kings of marketing, guys. Show them you know how to market, because this is marketing in this day and age. This is marketing. Social media is the new marketing. Show them you know how. Put it out there. See what I'm saying? I'm showing you how. So that's one option. You got to do 5 of these. So you could do 5 shares, and it's hard to find 5 shares. Yeah. So most of those 5 are going to be direct messages. Okay. This is a more intimate touch. Okay. So this might be if someone's had something sad happen. Hey, I just wanted to reach you out, let you know I'm here for you. I'm thinking for you. I'm praying for you, whatever. You know what I mean? Or it's, hey, I just wanted to reach out and give you a big congratulations. It's been a long time and I can't believe your kid is actually graduating from college. So it's more of an intimate DM. You can find a lot of those. Those aren't hard. But that comes through in Facebook Messenger. Everyone sees that. That is a powerful touch, just like that share is a powerful touch.
Yep.
Okay. What'll start to happen as you're doing 25 touches a day, should take you 15 minutes. The likes and the 10 likes, that should take you about 2 minutes.
Yep.
Just be careful. Don't just randomly go liking. Like, because if someone dies, you don't want to put a heart or a like, or, a heart might work, but a like would be bad. Like watch what you're doing, but you can move real fast. The 10 likes and the 10 comments should take you probably 5 minutes. Then it's 10 minutes for the 5 posts and or DMs, or the 5 shares and DMs. Those take a minute. But you're doing 25 a day. You're putting out all this good energy. You watch within a month, you're going to go from 30 likes on one of your posts to like 120. You see what I'm saying? You're going to start building your social media street cred. Just 15 minutes a day, in and out. You watch. You'll become a monster here pretty soon. You'll be one. I mean, that's what happens if you just stay with it. It's only 15 minutes. You could be doing this while you're drinking your morning coffee, while you're going to the bathroom. I don't care what you're doing. You could be doing this. Just get it done. You can do it on a phone. You can do it on your desktop. It doesn't matter. Get in and out, though. Don't get sucked in.
Yep.
If you're going to make calls to your SOI, it's a wonderful thing to do right before you make those calls, because you're going to know a lot of things about people. You could be, hey, I saw you on Facebook today. I wanted to reach out. I mean, if you need a plumber for that, I got a guy for you. You can start making very relevant, helpful, contributory contacts on the phone if you warm it up with a 10-10-5 beforehand. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, I saw your post. I want to reach out. Give you a great reason to make contacts that are real. They're live. Okay. So
Definitely
that's how we do the 10-10-5. You're going to start to see more and more people you're going to build your street cred. So that 4-to-1 ratio gets a lot easier. And when you do those social media posts for your business, you're going to get a lot more interaction.
Yeah.
More people are going to start to see your posts because more people are liking your posts. It does not take long, but you must give to get. You must give to get. Okay.
Makes sense.
It's really fun to watch happen. It's so fast and easy, right? Okay, so there's that. I'm going to run a little bit over here. 2 more things we can do here. Okay. Number 1, we can also use Facebook. I'm telling you all things to use Facebook for free today, right? You haven't heard me tell you how to spend any money, right? These are all organic, personal Facebook stuff. We will be talking about your business page. I am devoted to going into a lot of marketing conversations now. Okay. So we're going to do that. And we're going to be talking about that. But right now we are going to I'm going to finish up the personal page and organic Facebook marketing. Number 1, you can grow your SOI database through Facebook direct messages. Okay. It's very easy to reach out, Joseph, and just say, hey, it's Joseph. I just got my license, or hey, it's Joseph. But they're going to know it's Joseph. So we're not going to say that. Say, hey, I'm really trying to grow my client database and stay in touch with more people that I know. Could I get an updated email address and phone number from you? Make sure you put their name in there. Okay. So it's, hey, Joseph, it's Brian. I'm really trying to grow. I just got my real estate license. I'm really trying to grow my client database because I want to be able to stay in touch with you and send you things from time to time. Could I get your name, email address, and birthday? Love to send you something on your birthday. Okay. Yep. If you do not make it personal like that, you're going to look like a Nigerian prince that needs to be freed from an overlord dictator, a spammer.
Yep.
So make it personal. Ask for the birth date so we can send them something. You could also say something along the lines of, hey, I'd love to send you something on your birthday. Or you could say, I'd love to send you something over the holidays. And everybody likes Christmas cards. So if you say, I want to send you something over the holidays, I mean, people collect Christmas cards or whatever, holiday cards. They put them up over the counter. They show them off. People want more of those. So if you say you want to be able to send them something like that, they'll almost always give you their address. And then say, could I get your email address and your phone number too? So you can go through Facebook because you got tons of friends that are not in your SOI database. And the fastest way, you have relationships with these people too, or you're about to start building one by the 10-10-5. So we can quickly grow your SOI by mining through your Facebook friends with DMs, direct messages, and just keep asking for contact information. Start with physical address to send them something and then follow up with email and phone number. Email's the most important. That email's vital. Phone number's pretty dang important too. But if you start with the physical address so you can mail them something on their birthday or mail them something over the holidays, it's a nice gentle way in, okay? Last thing, I promise, okay? I told you about the algorithm. I told you about how you got thousands of friends and all you're looking at every day you go on Facebook is all your freaking realtor friends. Okay, the last people we need you to see on Facebook. As much as I love the fact you guys are a camaraderie and you have friends, really Facebook is a tool and I want you to use it like I do for business purposes. And so, you know, realtors are typically not going to give you too much business, at least realtors in your own area. So Facebook has a tool a lot of people don't know about. They're called Facebook lists, LISTS. Okay. And you can Google how to set up a Facebook list, how to create a Facebook list. You know, it changes because Facebook always changes their interface, but you can Google that and it'll give you a step-by-step updated. Facebook has it on their own page. So make sure you go to the Facebook link for Facebook's help section and because there's old links for how you used to be able to do it from all these other gurus or whatever. Just do the Facebook one. It's easy, right? And they have a video there and they'll walk you through how to create one. But just to let you know what that means is Facebook has always had lists. Like if you click on a friend, you can actually determine if you want to categorize that friend as a family member friend, an acquaintance friend, or a custom friend. You guys are all nodding because you've seen that before. Well, there are no such thing as custom friends. That means you're going to click on custom and set up your own category or of list. And what you might put there is SOI. That means these are my SOI. So you can create an SOI Facebook list. And then all you do is click on that list and you're going to see only the posts from people in your SOI.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's really helpful.
Yeah. Then you do your 10-10-5 down that.
Yeah.
And now you'll start to see them show up in your general news feed a lot more. And that's been around for a long time. It's like kind of a pro tip that no one's really caught on to. Okay. So categorizing them in a Facebook list is a big, big deal. And better yet, now you can, like, let's say you're going to have a client appreciation event. Well, you don't really want to invite a bunch of family, you know, who knows, you just want to invite your SOI, right? So you can actually set a post to just go to your SOI list. So only they see it.
That's really cool.
So take the time to go through your Facebook friends, send them a direct message asking for their contact information if you don't have it, so you can put them in your SOI database in your CRM. And while you're there, categorize them in your SOI list. And just start doing that. Do it alphabetically through your friends. Maybe do 5 or 10 of those a day.
Yeah.
Until you're done. And then don't wait till then to do your 10-10-5. Start your 10-10-5 right now. Just do it on your general news feed.
Yep.
Pretty soon, once your SOI list is complete, you can just do it in your SOI list. That makes sense?
Yep.
So these are all ways to generate tons of contacts. And, you know, now's the time. Now's the time.
For sure.